good for Karen, it's good for me. So we're drinking it. And in the beginning, my oil budget is very, 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 very tight. And so at one point we had to take it off the order. And when we stopped drinking it is when I felt the difference. And I was like, wait, something's off, something's off. And they, the kids were not doing as well. I was not doing as well. I was like, it's the Nisha. We have to get our Nisha back. And so after we went back on is when I felt the difference. And I was like, wait, but the oils do on her. I didn't see an impact when we started drinking it. I was like, oh, this is good for Karen, it's good for me. So we're drinking it. And in the beginning, my oil budget is very, 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 very tight. And so at one point we had to take it off the order. And when we stopped drinking it is when I felt the difference. And I was like, wait, something's off, something's off. And they, the kids were not doing as well. I was not doing as well. I was like, it's the Nisha. We have to get our Nisha back. And so after we went back on, that's a staple, another staple. So for time, make sure it's always on the order.
And I think that's all of us have experienced.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
sure. Like you're gonna have to budget your spending. Like Nisha does not come off.
Right. No.
That's not the thing I take off my
And
order.
it's the most effective, from a cost-effective perspective, to get it on your loyalty rewards because you're going to get the most bang for your buck that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and speaking of antioxidants, there's an unsung hero sitting right here, and it's all of essentials. And I keep looking at Talia because she and I have done some teaching on all of essentials, and she knows all the good stuff. But in a nutshell, what is so important about the supplement?
So it's just another supplement that is a huge powerhouse to support your immune system. All those antioxidants just really help to support that system of your body.
Right. And so when we talk about antioxidants, what does that even mean? Some people are like, okay, yay, antioxidants. What does that mean? Well, the faster your cell oxidizes, the faster, the less longevity you have in your life. So
Think about it like when something oxidizes, it rusts, right? So if you think about your body rusting internally, trying to avoid internal rusting. So anti-oxidation, anti-rusting, like oil can.
And I think it's important to know that oxidation is a normal part of our body. Like it's a normal part of your metabolism. It's a normal part of your everyday. When you breathe, you oxidize, and so it's important that we continue to put good nutrition in, and good nutritious food in addition to our nature and all the essentials.
Let me tell you one of the things about nature that I love, and I just recently learned this, so please correct me if I'm totally wrong, because I'm not the science person, okay? That's her job and everybody else's job. But fat soluble and water soluble, so it has both. So it not only protects the outside of the cell, but the inside of the cell, and that's what I love, because it's got that perfect protection for ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so we have sulfurzyme. We've talked about sulfurzyme so much, but of course it supports your immune system. So adding that into your Nisha in the morning is very important. But now we have inner defense. And so we've got our inner defense capsules. They're full of lots of amazing essential oils that support your immune system. And this is one of those things that, if I know I'm going to be around a lot of people, if I'm going to be out in public or, especially for fall and winter time, I'm going to make sure that I take one of these at least, before I leave the house. But also, with each meal. And I'm the type of person, because this has cinnamon and clove, and it has oregano and thyme and lemongrass. And for me, I have a very sensitive stomach. And so I take this with my food. And so the inner defense, it's like from the inside out, you're supporting your immune system. And it's just, one of those things that is a staple for my family. And my kids can take it. My husband can take it without food and on an empty stomach.
I will say that the more you take this, the more your body adjusts to it, and you can learn to take it without food. I know a lot of people on my team who have taken it because I'm a big proponent of inner defense. And lots of people have it's kind of sensitive right at first, but then the more they do it, their body just adjusts. So
This is another one of those that I'd like to point out is also good for pets. I have used this on all my dogs for
So no, it's not my dog. But you know, here's another thing. When I remember when Gary would teach about inner defense, he would teach also about Life 9 and their buddies. And so the way I think about it is like during the day, you know, my immune system is working on, fighting off the things that shouldn't be there. But then at night, Life 9, it's like chomping up all the dead junk and like to help it to actually flush out, because that's just part of your immune system. Again, it goes back to our elimination system that we talked about last month. But these are buddies. So I take these during the day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then this one is one that I do before bed. And it just has worked really well for me.
Hi everybody, I'm Wendy and I'm going to show you a recipe that I have been making for years and years for myself and for my team. It's economical and I feel like it's something that I can really give to other people, and it's giving them a really great benefit. So here we go. It's a simple bath salt recipe, but you can change up the oils depending on the purpose and how you want to do it. So very simply, we start with Epsom salt. Right, so it starts with 3 cups of Epsom salt. We're just gonna put them in a big mixing bowl. Don't have to make it complicated, it's very simple. And this isn't baking, we're not making bread, so if it's not exactly a cup, it's okay. So we start with 3 cups of Epsom salt, then we're gonna add a cup of baking soda. And now you want to make sure you get a really good baking soda that does not have aluminum in it. That's really my only requirement. Some baking sodas do have aluminum, and that's not good for your body. So make sure you get an aluminum free. So you're going to add the baking soda in, and then you get this stirred up really well. Now there's a couple other, I've been making this for so many years. There's a couple options. You could do it if you want to change it up. You can add like a cup of Himalayan sea salt. There's some detox things. There's a detox bath salt out there where when you actually put this mixture in your bath, you also add a cup of baking or peroxide. There's a lot of different ways to do, but this is the basic recipe. You can use this over and over and over again. And I have to tell you, I have so many great responses at Christmas time when I give out these bath salts. I have people who are now expecting them every month or every year. And so now it's like an expected thing, but it's because they really love it. And so now that you have your Epsom salt and your baking soda all mixed up, then you're gonna pick out a great gift container. I like mason jars, or I love these jars that have the little clasp on here, because this goes amazingly in your bathroom. And when it's time to give yourself a bath, you just pop it open and you can actually just pour some in your bath. So we're going to put the basic mixture in the jar. And then we're going to add some essential oils. Now, this one I'm going to do is a emotional detox bath. All right. So
that sounds odd already. An emotional detox bath. Shouldn't you just go talk to someone or do just some self-care in general? Because I'm not sure what that implies. And no oil can give you all that, in my opinion. Sorry. Tired. But I don't see how that can help you fully detox whatever it is that is trying to detox.
I like to do release and frankincense and lavender. Release, we're going to add a couple drops, actually more than a couple, it's like 10. Okay, then I'm going to add some frankincense, again, 10 drops. And then I'm gonna add 5 drops of lavender. Okay, now I'm gonna take the handle and start to stir it up. But once you seal this, I'm just doing a light stirring. Once you seal this up and you let this sit for a few days, those oils permeate every single grain that's in here. You can also go this way. Shake it up. But now you have your oils all in here, and this becomes a beautiful gift. It's also, like I said, for yourself. The biggest thing about these bath salts for me is that it's a very caring gift, because when people get to the point where they're ready for a detox bath or they're ready to relax at night, they are in a place where they need the comfort, they need the oils, they need help, they need, everybody needs that little bit of help. And so this is a great way to show you care and to share your oils with people without, being intrusive about having them try oils, especially if people have never tried oils yet. So this is a great gift and a great way to save money while you're giving gifts and to really touch them with their soul.
That was an interesting way of saying all that. But okay, I understand what she's saying.
Okay, so we have a new video to watch, our first viewer video, and it's not just any viewer, it's my sister. And so I helped introduce her to oils, so I feel a little responsible because I've done dumb stuff with oils, and now she's done stuff with oils. But isn't that what learning's about?
Yep, absolutely.
I think so. So we are going to watch this video, and I feel very personally involved here. I mean, we're never making fun of anyone. I know my sister knows me, but we're never making fun of anybody, but
Kind of.
we're going to laugh at you. Okay, you ready?
Here we go. If you're an oiler, you've always heard oregano's hot. Oregano is hot. It's always best to use a carrier oil with oregano.
Oh, I don't like where this
my
is going.
husband used oregano on his finger because it helped with this little wart that he had on his finger, and it took it away.
Okay.
So
Heard that.
he said, hey, do we have any oregano in the house? And I said, yeah, usually I keep it in the kitchen. And so I was just sitting there letting things
Can you imagine where it's
in my quiet living room. And my husband comes running into the room as though the house is on fire.
No, this is not just any man coming running. This is a 6'8"
I was going to
man.
say, oh my.
6'8" former college basketball player comes running into the room. And he doesn't run anywhere anymore. He used to run all the time, but like, this is scary. Okay, wait. Are you ready?
The first mistake is use oils unsupervised.
I don't think anybody should use oils unsupervised in general if you're going to be recommending the way they do.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's breathe. Let's breathe.
Where'd he go? But yet, it wasn't the house. It was his face. He had a spot just like that was on his finger to come up on his face. He thought it would be glorious to put oregano on his face. And his response to me was, my flesh is burning. I said, what did you do? He goes, oregano on my face.
get the coconut oil out of the country and put it on. Stick your face in it. He comes back around the corner, caught his breath, but was still winded as coconut oil was dripping off of his face.
That's a familiar, it's a familiar.
Just your warning. Oregano can be a little hot, especially when applied to the face.
Well, that's just dangerous in general, just to put anything like that on your face. So yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Goodness.
It seems like a familiar thing that people do is put hot oils in places.
Hot oils. Oh my God. Well, actually, the funny thing about that is one of my daughter's first words, because she was 4 months old, we started using oils, was hot. So maybe I should have talked to my brother-in-law.
Spicy.
Dumb stuff with oils.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. But it was awesome.
Have you ever put hot oregano somewhere that you shouldn't?
I think we all know where you're going with that.
You have to be careful just opening it and smelling it because it can go out of Europe.
I've done a raindrop before.
Got them eyeball.
And went to move hair out of my face
Yes.
or touch, and I've gotten it on my face.
Yes.
And then you're kind of like trying to,
And you're doing a
I'm
raindrop.
trying to
like,
finish
whoa.
the raindrop and be like, you just relax, I'll be okay. You know,
You're like crying out the side. Oh my
I
God.
can't see you right now, but thank you, like your eyes watering. Thanks for coming today. I hope you enjoyed the raindrop.
I really wish I knew what a raindrop was, though. It doesn't help people that don't know what that is. Can you help us out a little bit?
I now need to go. Get
Oh
some
my goodness,
carrier
that's so
oil, though. Carrier oil is your best friend.
Yes.
Typically, if you're doing dumb stuff with oils, if you have a carrier oil, it doesn't change the chemistry of oil, just
No.
slows it down.
Slow
But
it down.
especially
Yeah,
if it gets,
slows it
if oil gets in a mucous membrane or
Yes.
in the area like around where your skin's really thinner, because it's the friction that's
Yep.
moving really
It's like
fast.
absorbing
It's
in there.
frequency,
right? The
goodness.
frequencies, it's
Like,
moving.
I
speeding
know.
and balance.
But you know what? As much as we don't want people to do dumb stuff with oils, we kind of do want.
Oh, we totally.
We want your
dumb
videos.
stuff with
We
oils.
want to hear your dumb stuff with oils. Send them to
so
us.
we can learn.
Yes, learn. We're not here to make fun of you. We're here to learn.
No.
So links below on where to send and submit those videos, and we hopefully yours will be so good. Keep it brief. We don't need your whole saga, the life story. We
Right.
just need that exact moment. Maybe a little backstory if there's necessary, but that's so we can see your dumb stuff with oils too, so we can all learn
From your mistakes.
So now we've got Super C and Super Vitamin D, and of course everybody knows vitamin C is one of those nutrients that fuels your immune system, fuels your white blood cells, and so we have our Super C chewables and we have the Super C tablets now. Okay, y'all,
And it's an antioxidant.
Vitamin C
is a natural antioxidant.
So, and for me, these are easier to take. Tablets are a little harder for me to take sometimes. And the Super C tablets are kind of big. Some people, can take them just fine, but I tend to like the chewables personally. So anyway, I don't like, and the kids will take them.
They're very
a lot easier.
kid-friendly.
Very
Yeah.
kid friendly.
and the super D's are small, and so pop them like pop them like
Oh, they taste so
They
good.
do, and I like to let them dissolve. You really want to try to let them dissolve, but if you can't, it's okay if you chew them a little. But dissolving them, they just kind of let them sit under your tongue, and if you can. But my kids haven't mastered that yet.
Yeah, and my boys are even like, Mom, can I just swallow it now? And it's like, yes, go ahead and chew them up. But why is that? Why do we need to chew these? Do y'all can know? Yeah, the super vitamin D. They're formulated, chemically formulated very specifically to dissolve in your mouth and to be utilized in that way. Just because, I mean,
Well, your mucous membranes are highly absorbent area. So anytime you can, like our vitality oils, you can drop them under your tongue or drop them in your cheeks. It's the same thing with the vitamin D. It's going to absorb right into your bloodstream. And it's going to bypass your digestive tract, and it bypasses the liver and the digestive tract, and it actually gets into your system faster than if you would chew it up and swallow it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, now we've got our vitality oils. So we all had put vitality oils in our Ningxia shots, and we loved them, but there was some like Digize. Hello, okay. Okay, so immune system support, in my, mom's wellness toolbox, Dries was one of those things that I had at the very beginning of my Young Living journey, and we use it constantly to rub on the tummy, but to put it into the Ningxia. That's the easiest way for me to get oils into my kids. And when they were littles, I would just take, my Ningxia, my shot glass, pour in a little Ningxia, put the oils that I need in there, have them down it, and then I put fresh Ningxia. It's like, okay, here comes Ningxia with oils, but do it fast. Ningxia,
You really shouldn't be giving that to your kids, though. That's not a good idea. Why do these reps do this to their kids? That's not healthy. That's not healthy. That's not smart.
I'm gonna put Ningxia oils next, and so, but they got used to it, and my kids, just grew up. That's just what we've done over 16 years, and so it's the best way to get it in them. And so some of the other vitality oils that we just love for immune system support is thyme. We also have mountain savory. Okay, mountain savory is one of those a lot of people don't know about. It's like, oh, is that a plant? It's like, no, that's an actual single oil, an actual plant. And it is a little less spicy than oregano. And so for me, mountain savory for my kids, I would have it was a little bit easier for me to put some mountain savory in their Ningxia shot rather than straight oregano. However, I got them used to that pretty quickly. There's ways. You can put your vitality oils in some almond milk. You can put it, there's so many.
Chocolate almond milk for the kids. They loved it. And we did these with chocolate almond milk, and they were like, oh my gosh, this is so good, my spicy chocolate milk. And I'm like, sure, why not? But let me just say, the oils rise to the top. So sometimes they would have little red plumpy lips afterwards. And I was like, yeah, just a little plump. But
Some people pay for that.
that's what I was saying. That's what I thought. I was like,
Beauty tip.
you know what? Beauty tip. But I would get a little straw. We have the little metal straws, same as that. And then they would suck that up. And then, of course, I put extra chocolate almond milk for them. But now they do it straight. Like they can swallow pills.
You know what's not fun about teaching your kids to drink from shot glasses? So when my oldest, who is 4 months old when we started family, we would go places and she would go, oh, a Ningxia glass. And of course, people that, she'd use her own money to buy souvenirs to fill the Ningxia glass, but it was part of her lifestyle, was drinking Ningxia red every morning and then putting your own whatever you want into it so that it's fun. So it becomes their choice. And so if they want to take oregano, they understand how they feel after they've taken it, how they're supporting their body. And quite honestly, that's the kind of home I want to have, is that it's part of their lifestyle. I'm not having to do it for them, but they're enjoying it so much that they want to do it themselves.
Absolutely. I remember when Ethan was, maybe was 2.5 years old, and we were doing our Ningxia shots, and there was some spicy oils in there. And then his lips were so spicy, and I was like, oh, I've got my lavender lip balm. And so he was like, it's spicy, mommy. And so I just lip balm. That's awesome. You can do that first, and then take your spicy oils. So great ideas, great tips. Well, our immune systems, as we went along in our young living journey, it just seems like our immune system just continues to get strong and strengthen. And I just love having these products in our home.
And the diffusing too. A lot of people, think about having the diffuser, and I love the Aria, is beautiful there, but you're getting a benefit. Everyone gets a benefit. The animals get a benefit. People who walk in your home get the benefit.
Yeah.
So it's really great. Don't ever discount. It's great to we want to take our supplements, but to be able to be breathing that in all day long is wonderful.
Yes, like our Raven and our C and Dorado Azul and our eucalyptus oils. There's so many options that we can be diffusing. So anyway, thank you, Betty, for sharing your stories. Yes.
Thanks for watching That Oil Show. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Okay, well, that was the end of that. I don't know how to feel about this oil show already, because they're suggesting a lot of not great things to be giving to your kids already. Like to suggest that your kid should ingest this stuff, like the Ningxia Red with extra essential oils into it. That's a danger waiting to happen. And they're already told not to ingest the oils. So I take an issue with that. But I hope you enjoyed. I will do the other one very soon. Oh, I can't believe I'm this tired. I'm so sorry. But that's all for now. And I hope you enjoy. And I will see you soon. Bye.